Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the Shop. This is our project, one of our projects we've been working on like the past 3 days. We're going to put a quarter inside of a quarter. See, that's the new one, heads. If I had a lathe, this would be easy to do, okay? But, you see how that bit's kind of got an edge and I got needles? You got to take this edge down and leave that. I'm sure you can see what I mean. And it's getting paper thin. And I've had this measured out and figured out. If I had a lathe, I could have that in my chuck and take it out. But what's been helping me is when I get my bit in here like this, right, and get my fingertips just right, this quarter will spin on this cloth. Be careful, it'll fly up and fly across the room. But you get that spinning on there, so the quarter is spinning while you're grinding it, okay? This is not really that hard to do, this. Okay, is I thinned the quarter out, right? Then I took the edge off. See where the edge is gone? Because this is your edge. But it's just not quite fitting in there yet. And I'm afraid of making this too paper thin. But the trick on that is I got some paper. I put it aside, and I clamp it with my needle nose vice grips, okay, and then I'll do like 1/2 with the drum sander. I made a video on this once on my lathe, and I had these people attack me. They was going to turn me into the FBI, you're defacing coin. Read the thing. That's why I'm doing it the Sunday in the Shop. I will never make another video, a regular one. It's not, you're not doing anything illegal. You can drill holes in this all day long. You cannot modify this quarter to make it look like a, excuse me, hold on a second. You can do this without pausing. You cannot modify this to make it look more expensive. So you can't put a fake mint mark or grind a mint mark off or do anything like that. What I'm doing is, obviously, it's a fake. Okay? Now, if you was out selling these in public saying it was a whatever, but no, you're breaking the law. But you can make jewelry, you make morsels out of pennies. Don't listen to people. Read it and understand. Look up the actual law on it. They'll say, well, just read it. Believe me, trust me. I had to delete so many comments. Okay, let's pause. We'll come back to this. We'll have a few more things. It's going to be kind of a short video this week. We've got yard work. Neighbors over helping me rake my yard. It's supposed to be, right now, it's like almost 60 degrees. So, I'm going to get outside here in a little bit, too. So, stay tuned. Okay, quick clip. See how I'm grinding this out more? You can tell by looking at it. This is deeper than here. This is getting awful thin, so let's get back to work and do some more. We don't want to make this too thin. This is getting so thin, but we're going to have to thin it out a little bit more. And it gets hot quick, and the only way to do it is holding your hand. We're afraid to put the vice grips on it. So we've been lightly grinding on it, letting it cool down. But we'll see if we can get it. If we can't do it in this video, we'll show the finished thing next week or sometime. But back to work. Okay, let's take a break for that quarter thing. We're going to give the neighbor kid this, and it runs way too fast. It does, but he has no rotary tool. Okay, here's a colt that fits in these. This is an 1/8" shank, and I found one that was 3.2 millimeters, which is bigger, because this will wobble when you put it, so we're assuming that's 3 millimeters, or 1/8 of an inch, or whatever. And no, this does not fit that tool like I read online. The one I need to call it was way too big. Okay, none of these will work. They're too skinny. This part right here, see how big that is? So I'm trying to find them a couple spares. This is just part of what I got. Let me grab some more that I have. This is just some of that stuff. I found that ammo box with it. This takes a wall cube for that little thing I showed you. Look at all these extras. There's stuff in there. I think we might have found some brass collets, stones, brushes, more little bits. They might be them skinny ones. And stuff down here. Can you see it? These should be all emery stones that are worn out. Okay, let's look and see what we can find in all this stuff. Okay, let me show you some of the goodies we found. These all will fit this tool, which takes this real weird skinny small shank. Some of these came with the that Harbor Freight tool, I think, because they're all still in a package. These fit the bigger ones. These are the 1/8 inch or 3 point. Now, I tried measuring that and I just give up. They show 3.2 or 3 millimeter, 1/8 inch or 3.2 millimeter. I'm coming up with about the same, but that ain't right because we found 2 size collets. I gave him a collet that these fit real tight in case the other one wears out. And I gave him a collet because that takes a special shape on the taper and everything. So it's a one-of-a-kind collet. So I've got these now, extra. I've got these. And these will all go in the kit in the box for this tool. Okay? So we never lose them. Because I've been using the small ones in here. Which is like the set I bought. Right? I think you all follow me. They're way below 3 millimeter. As you can tell, look at the size of them. See? Look at the size. Okay, let's pause and see what else we can find. There's oodles of stuff in that box. Okay, we decided to put these in this box. Okay, means we've swiped the big box of them. Because this is for, well, you can use big or small. So, that way, either way, we grabbed this box, we got some of them bits. That was the smartest thing to do. Okay, back to rooting through the stuff. Okay, we're getting all confused. Okay, this is the box for the red Dremel tool, okay? And this is the bigger type bits. So we added all these little small stones to this kit. Because this came with that way I don't have to put it in a cardboard box. What we're going to do is, we have this with buffer wheels, use the red one for polishing. So that's the way that'll be. Instead of using the cardboard box that the tool came in. So that's better yet. So we're starting the kit now just for the red tool in a little bit better container. I think I've got you all lost and confused. Okay, look at this pile. These will fit, well, mostly small stuff. But I probably got a spare if he needs one. I gave him 2. These are all called for either a Dremel, I think a Dremel original, because look at them. These are all emery stones. I always tell you they're rubbery for polishing. Look how many's in there. Oh, and I found it, had it under my desk in the cardboard. I found that plastic ammo box that had that rotary tool. We got thinking, okay, that's not it. You've probably seen this video before a long time ago. Let's go to the very last box full of stuff. Okay, here's the last box of stuff. Look at the arbors I have. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's kind of shot, I know it is, because it's beveled. It was run without the washer, and what it does, it eats this metal up, and I'm positive it is. Here's another brand new one of emery things. And just look at the sort of junk in here. Some of it's just mostly garbage. I never use a small size sanding drum hardly. And that's medium size. That's medium size. This is small size. See that? That's what I call it. These brushes are like this because I'd use them to cram into stuff to clean it out. Otherwise, the bristles just fly all over. They'll flare out. So I purposely would shove them in something and do that just to clean out something. You might have, I'm trying to think what would work. You've got a little hole down into something you need to clean out. So there you go. That's that picture. I think we're done for this week. This is wearing me out. So thanks for watching this week. Not very long video, but it does have some neat stuff in it. See you next week. Here's where that ammo box was. Down here where I put cardboard in front of my desk. So we broke in there and stole it. Remember on that video I said it's either lost, misplaced, or stolen. Well, we stole it back because that's where it was. We broke in and found it down in there with a flashlight. I just thought I'd put this at the very end of the video, see if anybody watches it. Let me know if you've seen this part after the pictures.